Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my name is Siri. In this video, we are going to talk about one of the most important topics when it comes to being fluent in English. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So the topic that we are going to talk about in today's video is to be independent. Let me just explain this in detail. When we are in the process of learning how to speak in this language, it is very much obvious that we complain a lot. The most common complaint that we all have is that I don't have a partner with whom I can speak in English. And the next one is I don't have a proper environment because of which I'm not able to speak in English properly. And there are a lot of complaints like this. There is no end to such complaints and there is no end to such problems. Let's say, for example, you have solved this problem of yours, which is you are not able to find a partner with whom you can speak in English. Let's say you found someone with whom you can speak in English. Okay. Now, do you think the problem over there is going to end? There is going to be another problem that would pop up. My intent here is that there is no end to these problems. There is going to be some or the other complaint. There is going to be some or the other problem that we would face when we are in the process of learning this language. Now, this used to happen to me a lot when I was in the journey of learning, especially in the initial days of learning how to speak in this language. I was very confused as to how I need to figure this out. Now I'm going to tell you how I actually figured it out. It's all about mindset. It's all about the way you train your mind. Why are we so dependent on a lot of factors? If you want to practice English, you're dependent on somebody with whom you can practice English. If you want to think in English, you are complaining about something or the other. You are dependent on the environment around you. So we are training our mind in such a way that it is always giving excuses and complaints whenever we want to practice something. I think that's not the way we should go about it. We should train our mind in such a way that it should be able to practice at any given point of time. Like, for example, even if you're left alone in a room without any devices with you, like for example, without a mobile phone, without a television, without anything, even if you're left alone in the room, you should still be able to practice English. That's how you should train your mind. There was a point in my life where I used to be alone at home. Of course, I had to go to college, but I couldn't because I had some health issues. My mother and my father, they would go to office. My brother, he had to go to his college. So I was all alone at home. There was no television in the house. There was no mobile phone in the house. And I was all alone. What can I do? Of course, I had to practice English. So I would slowly sit and think in English, even if it was wrong, if it was right. I didn't know all that, but I would still do it because I knew the fact that practice is very important. I cannot let this practice dependent on the environment around me. I cannot let this practice dependent on anything around me. I don't want to do that because I know the fact that giving complaints is not going to solve any of your complaints. Complaining all the time is of course not going to solve your problem. You should first take that step to solve your problem, only then you can solve that problem, right? Now, of course, there is no rule that you should always sit alone in a room and practice English. I'm telling you that because if you train your mind to that extreme, all these problems, they doesn't even seem like problems to you. Okay, if you want to practice English, practice with yourself. Why are you telling your brain that, okay, I need someone with whom I can practice in English? If you want to think in English, just start thinking in English. Why are you complaining about your environment? Why are you doing that? Do not let your practice depend on anything around you. Why are you doing that? If you start doing it anytime in the future or anytime now, if you want to practice, all your mind is going to tell you is that it's okay, give excuse, it's fine. So it's very important how you're training your mind, how you're training your mind plays a very, very, very important role when it comes to being fluent in English. You could be thinking this is such a small thing. No, it's not a small thing. It's a very important thing. Okay, we should stop complaining. And once I started to solve the problems, I have actually found a lot of solutions. Now, even if I am sitting in a room alone, just like that, I would start thinking in English. That is also a way of practicing how to be fluent in English, right? If you're really passionate about how to speak in English, you wouldn't complain. This is something that I'm telling you. If you are very much liking the process of learning how to speak in this language, I'm very sure you would be very much far away from complaining. All right, so train your mind in such a way that it is not being dependent on anything around you, be it your environment, be it you not finding anyone to speak in English with, or sometimes we even say that I am not from an English medium school, because of which I'm not able to speak in English. Guys, past is past. Now, can we actually change the past just by complaining about it? No, right? So we have many resources, we have everything that is possible, and train your mind in such a way that it is not being dependent. Okay, once try this. Just sit in a room alone and try to just practice English. That is actually going to help you, because that period of time in my life has actually given me that confidence that okay, I can still practice English even if I don't have a partner to speak in English with. And that's when I actually found this solution, that it's okay if I don't have a partner to speak in English with. I have myself. I can speak with myself. That's when I found this solution, right? So let's say I just kept complaining that I don't have a partner to speak in English with, so I'm not going to practice English. Is that going to solve my problem? It is not going to solve my problem, and it is not going to solve your problem as well. If you don't have a partner to speak in English with, you should solve it. You should speak with yourself. There is no point of complaining, and train your mind. That's it. That's the only solution I can tell you, and that's the only solution I found for myself, which helped me a lot. And that's the reason I'm telling you, so that it would help you guys as well. Okay, this is just a small change that you can bring to your mindset, which can actually change a lot of things in your practice. Okay, if you want to practice, just practice. Do not give any kind of excuses. I don't have a mobile phone, I don't have that, I don't have this. Just don't complain about anything. Start doing it. That's it. Automatically everything will fall in place. Everything will happen to you. I mean, all the results that you are expecting are of course going to flow in when you stop complaining and start focusing on the practice. And you guys already know how important practice is in any given aspect in life, right? So that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please give it a like and share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do let me know in the comment section, how did you like the video? I will see you guys very soon. Till then, you take care. I'll see you soon.